A local doctor works to improve the quality of life for some patients literally brought back from the brink of death.
And it's not a wonder drug, it's just oxygen in a form of medicine that some still see as an alternative. Nancy Parker reports some parents believe their children are breathing hope.
Come on, stretch out a little bit before you go in there. And 1 and 2.
Retired Seahawks offensive tackle Sean Locklear
Doing good, buddy.
warms up his son Zane
5 and 6.
for something bigger than any football game he's ever played.
You ready to go in your chamber, dude? Yes. Come on. Bye-bye.
Bye, Zane. See you in an hour.
It's hyperbaric medicine. Dr. Paul Harsh sees patients with chronic neurological conditions out of his small clinic in Marrero.
Generally, you can think of it as a treatment for wounds in any place in the body and of any duration. So brain wounds, leg wounds, wounds in internal organs, new wounds, old wounds, it doesn't matter.
Near drowning victims like Zane and their families stay in the New Orleans area for months for treatment here.
You lay in the chamber, it's really pretty passive. We close the door, increase the pressure and oxygen.
Hey, dude. Hey, we'll see you in a little bit.
The main effect of this is repairing wounds and the damage and stimulating tissue growth.
I've heard way too many good things. We drove down from Seattle to come here. There's no way I would have driven this if I didn't know there was a chance of this helping my son.
Sean Locklear played for the Seattle Seahawks until he retired in 2013 and then turned his full attention to his growing family. By 2014, he and his wife Tiffany had moved back to Charlotte in his home state of North Carolina. They had a baby on the way, and Zane, who was almost 2.
He would sit down at a year old and watch TV. He could control his own iPad and things like this. He would go on the iPad, swipe it, open, go to his videos, find Mickey Mouse, and watch.
Locklear's parents took Zane home with them to Lumberton, North Carolina one weekend while Tiffany and Sean got ready for the new baby. Monday, January 26, 2014, Sean got a call from his brother.
He said, Zane fell in the pool. And Zane fell in the pool. Okay, what does that mean? I don't know. Okay, we're going. We're 2 hours away. 45 minutes into the drive, he's got a pulse. Okay, good. But what does that mean? When did he get it? I don't know. We're just flying, just trying to get there. We know that it took 45 minutes from the time the first responder got there to get him, but we don't know how long he was in the pool.
When Locklear and his pregnant wife made it to the Lumberton hospital.
And then I walk in the room, and when I see him, that's not the son that left my house on that Friday afternoon in the back of the car. You know, he's up there and he looked like an enlarged baby. You know, had a diaper, tied up the tubes. She comes in and she sees him for like 2 minutes and they wheel her away. He's in ICU for a week, and they're telling you every day, like, you know, as long you start talking to the doctors and you start seeing what they've seen before, your son went a long, significant time without oxygen. It's not good. We had a doctor tell us one night after about that 6th day, you guys might have to pull the plug.
People are given, in my experience, prematurely very, very, very negative outcomes. We call it the list of never-evers. Your child will never, ever sit up, talk, eat, or do a variety of things.
This is Eden Carlson of Arkansas, who drowned February 2016 and was revived after almost 2 hours without a heartbeat. Doctors told her parents she would never eat, walk, or talk again.
All right, today is May 17th, 2016, and this is Eden Carlson, who's 2 years old.
A couple of months later, the Carlsons heard about Dr. Harsh and brought Eden to Marrero for treatments. Eden's parents documented her progress on video. After 2 hyperbaric treatments, Eden remembered her animal sounds.
What does a lion say?
By June 7th, she was playing catch. By July 2nd, she was taking her first assisted steps. After 2 months of treatments, Dr. Harsh says her brain damage was reversed. She spent every day for about an hour in the chamber for 8 weeks, breathing pure oxygen.
So it's a flow through, a constant flowing through of about 300 quarts of oxygen per minute. So it's quite a bit. In a minute, the average person breathes somewhere between 6 to 10 quarts of air. So we're really flooding them with a lot.
But we heard of Dr. Hart's through little girl Eden, we actually got a chance to meet her father.
The Locklears first saw Eden's story on social media and saw for the first time a chance for Zane. And this child, Nathan, and his mother came from Brazil after seeing Eden's miracle on social media.
He was 30 minutes without oxygen, and after he stayed in coma, today she said that he make eye contact with him.
Patients from 40 countries come to Dr. Harsh's clinic.
We didn't put this out there and proclaim that we could make these children better and give false hope to people. It was by actually treating them and letting the families talk about it.
Dr. Harsh began his work in hyperbarics in the 80s in New Orleans. He stumbled upon a breakthrough while treating divers.
When you come up too fast, they come up as bubbles or come out of solution. You form bubbles in your veins. They go to the heart and they can get pumped to the brain. They end up with neurological injury. We could treat them days, weeks, months, even years later if we just used a lower dose of the hyperbaric oxygen. And that was the discovery.
He applied the same theories to others with brain injuries, hoping to get results from a form of medicine that is still not recognized by insurance companies, fighting to make life better for kids like Zane.
In 4 weeks, he's changed. He's got that much head control and alertness where he sat there for 2-3 seconds.
That was a touchdown for you.
Absolutely. There's been lots of touchdowns. You know, because like I said in the beginning, there was no hope. There was any progress. As long as my son is still progressing, I know he's there.
His eye movements are better. He is now tracking people's voices and looking at people. His eyes actually are a little more conjugate and moving together now.
Dr. Harsh says for him, it's personal.
Every day, my wife and I give thanks for our health. Because what you see here is, some severe injury. People, you have no idea the lives that many of these families live.
As for Zane or other patients like him, Harsh says there are no guarantees.
If we get to the end of this and the answer is he is no different by video, by the parents' evaluations and mine, I tell the family this is either not going to work for him or the dose was not right, but it's usually that they're not going to respond.
Well, we know God made man. He blew oxygen into his nostrils. And that's as simple as I can put it. I'm like, that's as simple for me as it needs to be.
Nancy Parker, Fox 8 News.
Those treatments cost about $8,000 for 8 weeks. Most patients end up having to hold fundraisers to help with the cost since the treatments are not currently covered by insurance. Giving a lot of families some hope.
What a story there.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah.
When you think there's, no option.
Something there. It's working too.
Yeah,
Wow.
good for them.